And welcome back, YouTube. This is Boosterbox Buster, here with something very, very cool. Today I got for you, from the Fate Grand Order series, an anime figure review of Berserker Mysterious Hero X Ultra version. Now this comes to us in 1/7 scale and brought to us from the company Sentinel, I believe it's pronounced. Sentinel. It's my very first anime figure from this company, and I have to say, first impressions, I am very, very impressed. Before we get to the main event, let's take, of course, a look at the box. Now, as you can see, the box is a very lovely three-sided window packaging. And it features, of course, the name right here on the front, Berserker Mysterious Hero X, and on the top, you have the Fate Grand Order logo and the Type Moon official seal of approval. On this side here, you just have the very simple but very lovely scarf that kind of wraps around the bottom here, and the name. On the back, of course, you have the barcode, the scarf that continues to wrap around, and I'm going to kind of tilt it here just so you guys can kind of see the whole side of the box. Very, very lovely. And this side, which looks pretty much identical to the other side, with the scarf that continues to wrap around. I love how the scarf kind of wraps around the whole box. That's just a really nice little touch to the box. Very simple, but very lovely packaging. I gotta say, it really stands out in a sea full of anime figures. But of course, you weren't here to just look at a box. You're here to actually see the anime figure in person. And here it is. The mysterious Hero X Ultra herself, in plastic form. Now I gotta say, first impressions of this anime figure are super awesome. It's all comes in a couple of different pieces. You got, of course, the base. The foot attaches to the base with a metal stud, which I think is a great idea. The sword is detachable. You don't need to display it with a sword, but of course, I love weapons, so I gotta always have the sword attached. And as a special little bonus, the head is detachable, where you can remove the scarf and display her with or without the scarf, which I will share with you at the end of this video how it looks like without the scarf, and how to remove the head, which is a very, very simple process. Of course, without further introduction, let's review the anime figure proper. Sorry about this, I can't quite get a handle on it. There we go. First up is the base. You could see it's a very simple plastic, almost like a reddish see-through base that has a X that kind of forms in the back to symbolize the Mysterious Hero X Ultra. And on the front, it has all the character information in English right there. Very lovely. As you can see on the base, there's a little bit kind of sticking up where you can attach the figure right to it with a metal stud, which I really, really like, because that will give it less likelihood to break off or lean in the future with that metal stud there. Very forward thinking by Sentinel. Especially with this very lovely dynamic action pose that she is in. Let's check out her right boot, which is a very shiny black, so it looks like it just she must have just got its shoes shined from someplace. And of course, the heel is a very believable treaded heel. I really like the detail that they added to the shoe. I mean, it's a little bit of detail, but a little bit goes a long way. And of course, you got the buckle, which is a very lovely silver, and the red strap that keeps the buckle in line. Very lovely. And the same goes for her left boot, and I have to say, just take a look at the tread on that shoe. A lot of anime figures would overlook this, thinking that won't really pay attention to it, but that tread on that boot there, it's believable. I mean, that looks like a real boot that you could just put right on. Just a very lovely tread for a boot there. And of course, there's the side of the boot. From this angle, it looks a little purple, but trust me, it's either really deep purple or black. It's kind of one of those, depending on what angle you look at it from, it's going to be that color. Very lovely nonetheless. Let's move up a little bit to the knees, where she's wearing very cute tights that go up to a garter belt. Very lovely. I gotta say, the washing on this part in particular, or not the washing, the yeah, basically where it brings out the lightness of it, very nice. Really makes it look quite authentic. Highlight, that's what I'm looking for. Highlight was the word I was looking for. Really makes it look like she's putting a lot of pressure right on that knee. Let's move up to the skirt. Very lovely navy blue skirt with a simple white line at the edge. That goes all the way around, of course. Very cute. Now we move up. She seems to be wearing a navy blue shirt as well, almost like a school uniform. Very cute. And now let's move on to one of the main pieces of this, the jacket. I have to say, the jacket is really well detailed. You have the loops right here, which look truly authentic, and you have the laps or the buttons right on the side here. Looks like she has some sort of piece of paper in her pocket there. Very cute. Same with over here, or maybe that's just like a Velcro style belt or a zipper. Either way, very adorable. Up toward the top of the coat, you could see that it has tassels coming off for the to kind of tighten the hood, in case you need it tightened for those very cold fall or winter days. And on to the arms here, you could see very lovely dents and wrinkles for detail of motion, like she's actually ready to swing that sword right at her opponent's face, which is really well done. And of course you have some white stripes, which you see on a lot of those type of coats. I'm just going to tilt it a little bit so we can take a look at her left hand here. It's in a very forward pose, like she's sizing up her opponent, getting ready to kind of strike right in that strike zone, which I really do like. Her hands are very simple. Looks like she decided not to wear any type of nail polish today, which is fine because you see a lot of anime figures that have some sort of nail polish to kind of identify the nails, but not everybody wears nail polish, so you know, to see an anime figure without them is also great to kind of give that diversity. Her right hand, of course, is holding the sword very tightly. There's no trick to hold the sword. All you have to do is just slide it right in and slide it right out. There's no like cap opening or anything. It just the whole hilt just slides right through, which is a great touch. onto the actual blade itself, or the sword I should say. Around the guard here, you have a very lovely gold and red that kind of runs through there. Very lovely design. And then of course, right here, you have a very, very awesome blue and gold etched into the blade itself, which I like quite a bit. And then of course, the translucent red blade is quite awesome. I like that a lot. It just looks so cool. Almost like a lightsaber type sword. That's how I would describe it, like a lightsaber sword. Just very, very epic. And of course, the most important part of any anime figure is going to be the head, but before we get to that, let's review the scarf. You thought I was going to say let's review the head right now. Nope, we're going to review the scarf. The scarf itself is actually really, really well detailed and one of the key pieces to this anime figure, actually. As you can see, it's tied in a knot around her face there, which is really cute. The red and gold checkered stripe to make it a flannel look, which fits the anime character very well. I do like that quite a bit. And the motion that it's given with the motion of the character is realistic, so I like that a lot. I have to say, they did a really, really well job with the scarf on this anime figure. Now, before we review the face, I do want to take off the scarf because then we can actually get to view the face proper. So, right now I'm going to show you just how to remove the scarf if you want to review, or if you want to display her with with her full face and no scarf to cover up the face. Very simple. You just make sure to hold the bottom of the base, that's why it doesn't want to fall off. You just kind of simply nudge it up and down, wiggle it side to side a little bit, and keep on pulling up. Eventually, it will pop off, just like that. Now that may have been a little bit scary for some of you, but trust me, it's a very simple process. You simply remove the scarf, and let me just get it lined up. There we go. And then you can display her without the scarf. I gotta say, she has a really cute face, so I can definitely understand if you want to display her without the scarf, but I can also understand if you want to display her with the scarf. Now there was some hidden details underneath the scarf, so let's take a look at those real quick. As you can see, she has a very lovely red bow tie here, and what looks to be the edge of the uniform, which almost looks like a sailor's jacket, I would describe. And, sorry, I just had to take a little bit of a look at that. As you can see, there's this little bit of a piece right there, right in between the gap, that is very lovely and has a pretty cool little emblem in there, which you would never see if you have the scarf on her. Now to review the face, let's take a look. As you can see, she's given a very lovely, kind of like quaint smile, which I do quite like. The nose is very simple, so nothing wrong with that. And I gotta say, the eyes are quite well done. You can see that she is, it's almost like a manic look that she's given with those eyes. They're wide open. She's given a smile. It looks like she's about ready to have some fun chopping her enemies to bits. Just a very, very lovely face. And the glasses are so cute on this character. I like the glasses quite a bit. It really gives it that I'm smart but I'm deadly vibe. Just such a great design for this character. And of course, the one thing that figure companies just always have a hard time with, the hair. Let's take a look at the hair on this character. The front of the hair looks really nice. You got the really Lovely flowing bangs, and then of course you got the little colic right here that the character is known for. I like that quite a bit. But yeah, the bangs flow nicely into kind of like a, almost like an M shape, I'd say. Very lovely. The back of the hair is put up into a bun. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this style of hair, but that's what the character wears, so I can understand that. I will say it actually looks really quite realistic. As here, sorry, I'll try to get the light off of it there. It looks quite realistic though. You see the knot, or the braid that kind of wraps around here, and then you have all the hair inside there, which actually, like I said, looks quite realistic. Almost like a basketball, I'd describe it. And then, of course, you have the black bow that ties up, that ties it all together right in the back, which is just so adorable. Overall, I say that this anime figure is really, really well done. The company's Sentinel, Sentinel, my very first anime figure from them. I gotta say, this is an excellent anime figure. 1/7 scale works really well. I compared it to my other anime figures, and it sizes up very well. So their 1/7 is pretty true to 1/7 scale. The pose is epic. The quality is really, really high for this figure. I really didn't see any paint chips, paint transfer issues, or missed painted spots. This anime figure is well done. I can't say enough about this. Probably my least favorite thing about this figure is the base, and the base is still pretty decent. Definitely a 9 out of 10. Near perfection. If it had just a little bit different base, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. That's how much I love this figure. This figure is one of my favorite Fate Grand Order figures that I have gotten to this day. Definitely recommend buying it, especially if you are a Mysterious Hero Alter fan, or just a Fate Grand Order fan in general. This has been Booster Box Buster, with an anime figure review of Berserker Mysterious Hero X Alter by Sentinel, 1/7 scale, signing out.